how you can build the strongest Mortefi in Wuthering Waves. Alright, let's start by simplifying his kit. Basic attack, 4-hit combo that does fusion damage. Heavy attack, he enters his aim mode and charges, dealing more fusion damage, but you never use this. Mid-air attack, consumes stamina to do mid-air attacks, dealing fusion damage. Dodge counter, as always you dodge, attack, deal fusion damage. Skill, deals fusion damage. Ultimate, he does an initial hit of fusion damage, and then gives your whole team Rhapsody, which is this thing here. So what this does is basically every time a character in your team does a basic attack, he does one off-field attack, dealing fusion damage. But if your characters do heavy attack, then yeah, he fires 2 shots instead of 1. He can do a coordinate attack once every 0.35 seconds, so you have almost 3 every 1 second, or 6 with heavy attacks, and this damage is considered as liberation damage, so yeah, get those echo rolls. Forte, Mortefi can hold up to 140 stacks. When his 40 is full, his hand starts burning. When his 40 is full, his skill gets enhanced and does more fusion damage. You will need this in his rotation for more conservative energy. How do you get 40 stacks? You can get 40 stacks from his basic attacks, his intro on hit, his skill on hit, and also after using his skill, he gets 40 stacks faster for 5 seconds from his basic attacks. Thanks to this, you only need 4 basic attacks to fill his 40. Intro, attack the target, dealing fusion damage. Outro, the next character that you switch to gets a 38% heavy attack damage jump for 14 seconds or until they're swapped out. So how do you activate a character's intro or outro? Well, if you look down here, each character has another bar called the conservator bar. They don't share it. Everyone gets their own conservator bar and the value stays the same. When you change characters, you can fill up the conservator bar by hitting enemies with different attacks. So each attack gives you a different amount of conservator energy, which you can always see down here in the skill details. So yeah, ultimate gives 20, skill 15. You can always check it down here. And once you fill up the conservator bar all the way, all of your characters on the right will glow. And once you switch your character, the character who's leaving the field will activate their outro, and the character entering the field will activate their intro. Let's get to his inherent skills. Inherent skill number 1. So after you use his skill, the damage of his enhanced skill is increased by 25% for 8 seconds. Inherent skill number 2. During his ultimate, each hit of his ultimate's off-field attacks increases the damage of his next off-field attack by 1.5%. This can stack up to 50 times, so yep, up to 25%. And it's going to be triggered every 0.35 seconds. So having a heavy attack character will speed this up a lot, and this will end as soon as his ultimate ends, so it won't carry over. If you're confused right now, then don't worry, you will understand him a lot better once you get to his rotations. So when it comes to his skill priority, his ultimate is the most important one. I would max his ultimate as high as I can, since this is most of his off-field damage. Next we have his Forte, his basic attacks, his skill, and his intro. But yeah, you can leave the rest of them at 6. But make sure to max his ultimate first. After that, you can do whatever you want. But keep in mind that this can get expensive at the weekly boss match, so I wouldn't level his intro past level 6. Now let's get to his weapons. So if you want him to do more damage, then you can give him Carlotta's signature weapon, the Last Dance. I mean, 22% free crit damage, yeah, that's OP, but I won't be doing that. I would go as far as to say that standard 5-star gun is his signature weapon. Crit rate which he needs, energy regen, really important for his rotations, and this weapon also gives him a second outro skill, so it increases the next character's attack by 10% for 14 seconds after he uses outro. This is his best weapon in the game, guys. If you have this, then yeah, your Mortefi is S tier. Now let's get to the 4-star. So first we have the Levelistic Jet. This thing also gives you some good ER, so pretty good. Next we have the Nova Burst. Make sure to dodge or dash to activate this weapon's effect. The Battle Pass weapon is pretty good on him too. If you're a pro, then you can craft him this weapon, but if you get hit, then yeah, you lose damage. You also have the Undying Flame. The Cadence can work too if you want less field time, but make sure your rotation is not too fast if you're using him in an Augusta team because of the cooldowns. And this weapon gives him too much ER, but yeah, less damage. Here's the damage comparison between all of his weapons. So the 4 stars are pretty close, like there's almost no difference between them, but I would just give him the standard 5-star gun and call it a day. When it comes to his echoes, he has 3 options. The Moonlit Cloud set, you know, the 10% energy regen, and the bigger damage boost for your main DPS. This set is really easy to build and I recommend it for every single new player. You can share it with your other characters too, but if you want the best of the best and you have a lot of XP, a 5-star weapon for him, his sequences, and also money to burn, then the Imperial Anthem set is the best for him. Bro does insane damage with it, but yeah, less buff for your main DPS. But keep in mind that this set is a lot harder to build compared to the Moonlit Cloud set. I mean, on the Moonlit Cloud set, I can just like reuse random pieces and be fine, but with the Imperial Anthem, I actually need good stats. I would only recommend the Imperial Anthem set if you have at least his S4, otherwise you just face it on him. And keep in mind that Agusta stops his off-field attacks, but in double DPS teams this can buff like both of your characters, while the Moonlit Cloud set only buffs one, and you also can't switch off them. The Flaming Clawprint set can work too if you have a full fusion team, since most of Mortefi's damage is liberation damage, but if somebody else already has it in your team, then yeah, just give him another set. When it comes to the forecast, so for the Moonlit Cloud set, as usual, the Heron is your best friend. It buffs and excited you switch to 2. As for the Imperial Anthem set, use the Hecata. You can use its Echo skill whenever you want, since it doesn't interfere with your rotation, and it also boosts coordinate attack damage as soon as you equip it. As for the Flaming Clawprint, you only have one option, so just use that. It also buffs liberation damage, so perfect. When it comes to the Echo main stats, you want crit, so crit damage or crit rate on your forecast, double fusion on your 3 costs, but if you have a better attack 3 cost, then yeah, you can use that too. As for the 1 cost, yup, double attack is your only option. As for the substats, you want energy regen until you get at least 120%. Crits, crit damage and crit rate, attack percent and flat attack, and some resonance liberation damage rolls can be good too, since that is most of his damage. I mean, look at this. When it comes to recommended stats, you want at least 1800 attack, 70% crit rate, 230% plus crit damage, and at least 120% ER for smooth rotations. 20% resonance duration damage bonus can be good too. So when it comes to the teams, you have the usual main DPS, sub DPS, and the healer. So for a main DPS, you can work with anybody that needs heavy attack damage bonus, like Zani, Jiyan, or the new Augusta. Even Phoebe can work. So when it comes to the healer, for Jiyan and Augusta team, use Verena or Showkeeper being the best. For the Spectre Fragile teams like Zani or Phoebe, you need Spectre Rover on the healer set, Rejuvenating Glow. You can also use him in a full fusion team if you don't have anybody else. Okay, so I know people will ask about Jinhsi. So if you don't have any of her 5-star sub DPSs, then Qiuyuan is a better choice than Mortefi. Bro can heal, plus easier coordinate attacks uptime, and he can even be used at S0, while with Mortefi you need at least S4. But to be honest, if you're new and you don't have any other options, then you can use him in any team as an off-field damage healer. I know that's not his best team, but yeah, it can work. It's better than nothing. So when it comes to his sequences, I'll be honest, he's one of the 4 stars that benefits from his sequences the most. Like, they're really good. S1, his off-field damage now also works when a character uses their skill. You have 2 shots. This is pretty good for Jinhsi. S2, after he uses Echo skill, he gets an energy, so you need less energy. Yup, easier build, but this only works once every 20 seconds. S3, so during his ultimate, his off-field attacks get a free 30% crit damage. S4, his best sequence in my opinion. The duration of his ultimate, yup, the off-field attacks, has increased by 7 seconds, so almost double. This is really good. S5, when you use his skill, he'll do 4 of his ultimate's off-field attacks, dealing fusion damage, but they will do 50% less damage. S6, really good. Gives the entire team a 20% attack increase for 20 seconds. If you have S4, then yeah, you're good. So when it comes to the rotation, we start with his intro, since it fills his Forte by 50%. For the other half, you just use his skill, and now his Forte is full, so you can use his enhanced skill. You didn't fill his Forte again with his basic attacks, use his enhanced skill and ultimate. After his ultimate, you can use his echo and swap off him as soon as you press his echo skill. So yeah, really easy. Oh, and dodge counters can shorten his rotation. So is it worth pulling or building? Yes, 1000% if you have Jiyan or Agusta, but no Yuno. I mean, even if you have Yuno, you can't use her on both sides. So you need Mortefi for your other team, especially with a tower needing 3 teams now. Bro has low field time, works with any heavy attack damage character, does good damage. If you have his copies, then yeah, he's even more insane. He's really easy to play, and he can even work outside of the heavy attack damage teams. If you're still missing Asterites, then don't worry. True Games gave us extra codes to give away. You can join our Discord server, link in the pinned comment, and then go to the giveaway channel there to join the giveaway. They gave us a lot of codes, so yeah, I'll have to give away some every few weeks now. And you can also get a free to play or forced to pay tag on our Discord server for free just by joining. You can use this tag everywhere. You can join our Discord server if you need help with anything in the game. You can ping the game helper role, and you won't ever miss free Asterite codes or events, or if you need help farming echoes. If this video helped you, then you can help me by liking and subscribing, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and thank you so much for watching.